How's it going, guys, on this beautiful Monday? Is it Monday? Yeah, Monday morning. And just pretty much getting my day started. Went and see my mom for a few minutes. And then one of my good friends, Brian, he texted me on and told me, he's like, man, you wouldn't believe who's in Columbus. And I was like, who? And then he sent me a link to the live stream, and it was Officer Daniels. And I was like, oh, sweet, it's Officer Daniels. And then he said where he was at the park, because I guess they got a soccer game going on. So I was like, let me Google search this real quick. And from my mom's house to where he's at, which is Windsor Park, it was like 4 minutes away. I was like, oh man, he's right down the street. I was like, I gotta go see him, I gotta go meet him. So I just got on parking, so I'm gonna go meet him. And happy total solar eclipse day. Got to see that on interwebs. I didn't actually look outside and actually watch it. I watched it on the interwebs. So yeah, that was fun and whatnot. So let's go meet Officer Daniels.
From my personal experience, I don't see it being as big of an issue as it's portrayed, okay? I'm going to share my personal story so you know where I'm coming from, right? I grew up on the east side of Columbus, in the inner city. I grew up in Greenbrier. I grew up in Greenbrier in Columbus, and nicknamed Louisiana, right? My building was the first to be shut down because it was just crime, right? So since I grew up where I grew up, I grew up not a fan of the police, right? I couldn't understand the police. The police were out to get me, and they were always beating up on people and all that. So when I got a little older, I was always in the back of my mind, like, man, I would want to join the police department to change it from within, right? So I was Jim Brown today, and this guy who is in this room right now, I'm not years. But he was raised on the show, I was super speaking at the time. Fast forward a couple weeks, I found this guy. I had no idea this guy was a police officer. So he gets in my ear, he's like, hey, AJ, you should become a police officer. You should go back to the community you were raised in. You should show them what I showed you, right? So here I am thinking that all police officers are this type of way, and all police officers are this type of way. Scary. And I was completely wrong, alright? So to answer your question, I would have you step out of your comfort zone and talk to police officers, and you'll see for yourself. I would say 99.9% of police officers you talk to this job for the right reason. They have a brother, they love you, they can't get you, the chop up with you, whatever. But I don't see it being as big of an issue as you portray it.
What's going on, guys? It's Monty. I work down in the South End. Anybody from the South End here? He is. Okay. Yeah, that was a really good question. AJ had a lot of good points. One of the things I like to point out, I know we've got some adults in here. Everybody's got that one or two people at work that you kind of look at them and wonder why they work there and what they're doing. Everybody's got a few knuckleheads where you work at. Sometimes, my sergeant on my precinct, I think he was, he always has a statement. He says something called mistakes of the mind and mistakes of the heart. And oftentimes, whenever the police officers make mistakes, it'd be a mistake of the mind, not the heart. So I guess what I'm saying is our intentions might be good, but the result might not always be exactly what we want. The other thing I like to point out too is, there's, I think, what, over nearly 500,000 police officers in this country, maybe more. 900,000, okay, sorry. I mean, we see on the news, what, 1, 2 incidents, 3, 4, maybe a year. Do the math, that's not that bad. The other thing I'd like to point out, too, is, going back to what AJ said, I think a lot of people just don't understand what happens when we go into runs, when we approach people or whatever's happening, because we don't always have all the facts at that moment. We're kind of playing off and working off what we know at the time. Sometimes things get a little convoluted. In essence, it's unfortunate to see things in the media like that, but it's definitely not a representation of all of us. I know a lot of good people. I know I work with a lot of great officers. All of us, every single person I work with, we all have the greatest intentions in mind. Do our best with what we have.
Hey, that was an awesome question, my man. I broke it. My man, what's your name? Zach, what's your question?
How do you guys need to stop police brutality?
Oh, good question, man. So what changes have you made to stop police brutality? Sergeant, what are you doing this? Let me get you your last one. What's that? So the most recent thing that the city of Columbus has done is we've implemented body cameras. They are not all the way out, but they will be very soon. I don't know the percentage, Sergeant, you may know better than the percentage which is have body cameras in the dog. Yeah, so Officer Kissler, you want to go real quick? I'm going fast. Can you hear me? Okay. So, I mean, here's what I hear every officer is here going to the force will have a body camera. That's just the most recent step that we take. You see it? Yeah, we're also very fortunate here in the city of Columbus. Our training commander supports community policing. As you see, we have uniformed officers here at this event, so we're trying. We're definitely trying. Good question. Oh man. I'm going to tear this up again. What's your name?
My name is Khalid.
Khalid, what's your question, man?
I just want to know, like, what are a few ways that officers can take care of their image with all the negativity
That's a good question. So, in what way can we repair our image despite all the police brutality going on? Joe, my man, get on up here. Joe, you're from Philly. Big jokes.
Alright, so you said how we repair our image, right? So I'm a police officer in Philadelphia. I'm a police officer in Philadelphia. I'm on deployment. We're integrated in all communities around the city, and we try to do basically what happens today is more community relations, tell people about the police department, and then we're open to any questions you may have, any projects that are going on that we can come to try to see what you guys are going through, how we can help you, and no matter what you want. We're here to help. What's that? More interaction, yeah, exactly. Just because in Philadelphia we have so many different police officers coming from. In Philadelphia we have so many different police officers coming from different areas of Pennsylvania and also out of state. So they may not know exactly what's going on in certain neighborhoods. They don't just go in there and be assertive and basically throw their weight on it. You want to be able to understand where people are coming from. You know, treat everybody with respect and have same respect. That's basically what every police officer is. To be treated with respect and to do so for the country to the same time.
Shamarty.
Shamarty, all right, what's your question?
Question was, what are the difficulties that police officers
So the question was, what are some of the difficulties police officers face day to day? All right, we're going to answer that. Heather.
So my name's Heather, I'm from San Diego, so things are a little different in West Coast, not gonna lie. Some of the difficulties that we face every day, I mean, everything that we see in the news, there's a lot of miscommunications between the departments of the community. So if I go to talk to somebody, or somebody comes up to me, or they see me out on the street, you know, in their head, they're thinking, oh, what's going on? What are they doing now? They're thinking of all the negative things, and I'm not just coming up to see how you're doing. You know, I just want to, you know, maybe I see you playing basketball, or
So I got to meet Officer Daniels today. That was so, he's a really cool guy. We get to chit chat for a little while, so that was nice. And we got to eat some food. Basically, when I got there, they were just wrapping up the kickball game. So everybody went into the rec center. And as we were going in the rec center, I had, said, "Hey, I'm Officer Daniels," and he was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, I seen you on Facebook and come over to see you." And because I was at my mom's and she's right down the street, and he's like, "Oh, okay, we're about to eat. Like, come in and grab something to eat." So I went in. They had like hamburgers and hot dogs. So I got it was like hot dogs, chips, cookies, and a drink. So that's what I got. And then they started doing Q&A for like kids asking the officers questions, like any kind of questions. Like one of them was, what are the perks of the job? And some other stuff like that. And one of them was talking about, well, what do you do if a police officer stops you? I didn't record that one, which I really should have. Like, after I was listening to it, I was like, man, I should have really recorded that one. But basically, it was just saying, like, most common sense was, keep your hands in plain sight, like on the steering wheel if you're in a car, or on the dash. And then if you're out in the street, basically when a cop says, "Let me see your hands," you put your hands up, make sure they're visible, don't have them in your pockets of any sort. Because the one thing that one of the officers says is like, well, what the number one thing of why people get killed, and what the first thing was, everybody said guns, and then the second thing he started showing his hands, and I'm like, why? What is he talking about for his hands? And that's when he had mentioned that if you don't keep your hands in plain sight, they don't know what's in your pockets or whatever, so they don't know what's going on. You're getting fidgety, so that they're thinking that their lives are in danger. So that's one of the things that they say, keep your hands in plain sight. Which was a very good thing, because they even demonstrated, because he was up against the wall next to the kid, and he had his hand in his pocket, and he's like, "No, do you feel comfortable?" He says, "You don't know what's going on. You can't see what's in my hand, in my pocket." And the kid was like, "No." So then he's like, that's the reason why we tell you to show your hands, so we can make sure that there's nothing in your hands. And then after that, I got to meet up with Officer Daniels out in the little hallway. We got to chit chat for a little while and take pictures, so that was cool. And then he went back inside where they were chit chatting, and then I went out. I left, so now I'm going to work. So that's what I'm doing now. So, and yeah, it's been a very productive day today. I didn't think it would be this productive.